Are your Instagram Reels views low right now? Have you seen a decrease in comments, likes, and engagements? In this video, I want to show you some key factors to why you aren't getting any reach, and also share with you a new feature that's coming to Instagram, which is just being rolled out, which is going to massively impact the growth of your channel. And it's going to make it easier to understand why you're not getting views. So let's get cracking. When it comes to Instagram Reels, there are a lot of mistakes that we all make, and a lot of them come before you've even made the piece of content. They come in the creation of the content and the planning of the content. How many of you plan your content? Give me a plan in the comments. Let me know. Let me see those plans. Do you look at your key dates for the whole month, for the whole year even, and work out what content you need around them to support those key dates? Or do you just think, I need some content on Instagram, I better post something. I need to feed the algorithm. Or someone said I better post daily, otherwise I'm not going to grow. Okay, start by downloading a monthly calendar and put the key dates for that month into that calendar, i.e. gigs, releases, live streams, podcasts, that radio show you've got with data transmission. And then what content are you going to make to support those? And when I say that, I'm not talking about posting the flyer to your feed or in a reel, as that's literally going to do nothing. And this leads to my first big point. Getting the right content in the right part of the platform. Instagram Reels is designed to be shown to new people and for new discoverability of fans. They're great for finding potential new fans and followers. And it's people who don't know who you are going to see them. So posting an artwork to a reel when no one knows who you are, never have met you, doesn't know your music, or even the fact that you're a DJ, what do you think's going to happen? They're going to swipe. This tells Instagram and the algorithm that that piece of content isn't valuable. So we need to get the right content on the right part of the platform. And the key parts of the platform are reels, posts, carousels, stories, notes, live. When it comes to flyers and podcasts and radio show arts, these should be posted as a carousel. And I look at this in depth and show you how Viviana Casanovas does it really well in this video. So go and watch that, and I'll pin it again above and below. Go and check it out after. When it comes to Instagram Reels, we need to think no one has met me before. They don't know who I am. They've swiped up on their Reels feed and I've landed there. So with that reel, we need to capture their attention within 3 seconds. Actually, within 1.4 seconds. Otherwise, they're swiping on by. When it comes to Reels, 80% of people watch Reels with the sound off. So when you're speaking to camera, make sure you've added subtitles to your videos. Now, you can do this either inside the Reels editor, or you can use an app called CapCut, which I use loads. You can style them up and make them look really nice, which is really, really easy in CapCut because they have an auto caption feature. Press it and it generates all the words. Super easy. If it's a video of you DJing in a dark club, which is highly possible, then adding words on screen to kind of build the suspense and hype about what's going to happen. Let's remember, a view is a super high metric in 2024. The viewer may watch the video and they may do nothing else. They may consume it and carry on their way, but that's so good. They will have found you, and as long as they watch a big proportion of your video, then Instagram will know that they've watched it and they'll serve them up more of you later down the line, and they can get to know you by just watching. If you want to get more out of them and get them to become more than a watcher and maybe a follower or someone that's engaged, then you need to ask them to do certain things, and we need to give more thought in our planning phase of the content to make sure that happens, and we need to make them do one of 4 actions. For Reels, these are shareable content, comments, saves, follows. So let's break those down. Shareable. This is a tough one, but it's actually the biggest one you can get. Someone sharing your content to their stories or their WhatsApp groups, let's face it, or their DMs is going to really, really increase the reach of your video. And it's a big tell in the metrics to Instagram that this video is valuable. So for DJs, this could be a big track. It could be a big moment. Maybe you're playing a festival and it's a massive moment, the cannons go off. That's shareable. People are going to share that to their friends. Or it's a big artist playing your track. Again, super shareable. What's this track? And sharing it around as an ID. Now, those videos are like gold dust, let's face it. So maybe it's about telling something that's inspirational, about a story that you've been on. Maybe you've gone from playing in a shopping center to playing a big stage. That's shareable because it's inspirational. If you're a big release on a cool label, why don't you ask your fans, hey gang, can you share this to your stories for me? Help me out. Now, this is going to only work so often, so use it sparingly, but just ask people to do stuff. If they're really into you, they'll do it for you. But also, let's get in the habit of sharing our friends' cool stories and cool tracks and just helping each other out and sharing friends' music to your stories. You can even add a little action on the story and add some words to the story that says, check out my friend so-and-so's track on X label, and tag the artist in the label and share it that way. This actual sharing connection can actually connect you to the label if you want to try and be on that label as well. So it could be a little win for you as well, just by being nice. Number 2, saves. This content is content that people are going to watch over and over again. It's educational. It could be tips. So let's get those saves up. You notice I do it a lot with my content. Remind people on screen to save it, and also in that caption space that you type in. This would be your content, your track breakdowns, your DJ skills, or something that people are going to want to watch again and again. Number 3, comments. To get comments on a piece of content, you need to ask people what they think. Maybe showing something that's unfinished and going, what do you think of this? And asking for people to comment in the comments. Maybe get opinionated on certain subjects. That's definitely going to drive comments. Be careful with that though. It could be asking people to comment if they want a free download, for instance. Comment the word free download and I'll DM you the link. And then reply to them all and DM them the link. That has super traction. Number 4, follows. Sending people to your profile and doing a profile tap is such a big action. And this is usually for when people want more of the same content that you've already delivered. So maybe they've just enjoyed the content and then you want to get them to watch more of it, and that will then convert them into a follower. Why does that happen? When they tap your profile, the follow button's right there, and they'll see loads more of the content and then follow you. And again, it's about asking people to remind people, enjoying this content, I've got more on my channel, give me a follow so you don't miss any more of it. When I look at DJs and producers' accounts in my Instagram audits and review sessions, which I'm doing now more regularly, I'll audit the channel and look at what the content's doing, and also what key things are happening with the channel. Keep an eye out for them, by the way. If you're not in my Discord, join the Discord, because I announce them in there first, and you can then submit your channel for review. Again, the link's in the description. The community is packed in there with DJs and producers all trying to do the same as you, learn and help each other. When I do the reviews, it's about breaking down the channel, looking at the channel first and then looking at the content and seeing how we can improve each part. The big thing I always notice is the content is a bit too long. It doesn't hook you in, give you the meat, and then finish you. Finish him! It doesn't get you to perform an action next, which is why a lot of people swipe away and don't get the desired results from their content. And as you can see from those points before, I'm asking you to do one of those 4 points by each different type of content. So now we've looked at different types of reels and looking at different results of the reels, you need to work out how they're going to implement them and using one of those results for each different type of reel. And then that can start filling out your monthly strategy. The next big point is the content too long? A lot of the time when I'm doing those reviews, I'll tell the DJ to trim the content down, or I would have swiped. Maybe there's too much intro and it's too long before you get to the meat, or maybe there's too much at the end after it's dropped and the payoff's there. I was sent a reel the other day and it was 30 seconds long, and I actually trimmed it down to 12 seconds because there was too much up front and too much at the end. You got what was happening in the 12 seconds that I kept. You got the build up, you got the energy, you got the track drop in, you felt you'd learned what that track was about. And if I wanted to listen to that track even more, I'd go off to Spotify or SoundCloud and listen to it. Bingo. Attention spans are at all-time low, remember. Now sometimes reels can be really short and that can be really impactful for you. And it's about making people read what's on screen or in the caption bit below. Maybe you have a tour and you have lots of dates. Now get a video of you DJing, it's really short, maybe 5 seconds, maybe a bit of sound so you can kind of hear what your sound is, but putting loads of words on screens that with all the tour dates, with the video of you playing behind. Firstly, they can see you DJing. Secondly, they can hear you sound. Thirdly, they'll then sit and read all those dates up to see if you're in their town, city, country. Now, that action of reading takes longer than the video's playing, then you're going to hit that 100% view time of that reel. And that's really important. When that happens with shorter reels, then you get what's known as replays. And Instagram recently released just before Christmas that replay stats are now part of the overall stats, and they weren't before, which is mad. So when you get a full play of someone reading the text or maybe reading the caption because it's a long caption, and it starts to replay because you're spending more time doing that reading, that all adds to the reach and the views of that video. Now, this doesn't mean abandon long reels, not at all. You just have to remember when you're making longer reels that you've got to keep the attention span of the person watching it. And as we spoke about earlier, changing something on screen every 3 or 4 seconds. And this could be as simple as words being added to kind of keep that immersion. If the build-up's happening and you're DJing, there's not much else happening on screen, adding words is going to really help. If you're talking to camera, film some this way, then turn a little bit and film some that way, and then turn a little bit and film some that way, and then put all those parts together in CapCut. That's really going to make a difference. It's going to keep the eye visually excited. And if you're still struggling with reels and your views on reels and your interactions on reels, then help is on its way from Instagram, and they are rolling out a brand new feature that's going to help you. It's a feature we've had on YouTube here for ages. It's called retention graphs, which actually in your insights will show you how long someone was watching a piece of content for. And also then when you start to lose a person not watching that content. With retention graphs, you can actually see where someone was watching and where they drop off. And with that content, then you can go and re-edit that content and chop that bit off that they didn't like, and then rerun the same piece of content and see if you get more views and more interactions because it gets that 100% view time. Still need help understanding Instagram? I made a free ebook ebook and free webinar to help you grow on Instagram and get more followers and understand the platform and get your content right in 2024. And if you want to grab that and do the training, the link is in the description. Go and click on it and I'll see you in the training. Sticking with me on YouTube, do you want to go viral on Instagram this year and you want to get more views on your reels? Then you want to watch this video where I break down what DJ producer Sammy Porter does with his Instagram reels and how he uses Instagram to get viral results. Before we jump over there, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like the video. Every week now I'm dropping new videos on this channel, and every week we do 2 demo streams every Monday and Wednesday to help you get more ears on your music, so you don't want to miss out on either the videos or the streams. I'll see you over in this video about Sammy Porter and his strategy. I'll see you over there. I've been Grahame Farmer. See you later. Bye bye.